Now let's look at how you can manage discussion forums online and tackle some of the common problems and solutions that come up. Here is Edutopia's interpretation of what good online discussions look like. In a true discussion, the outcome is not known beforehand. It is discovered through the process of conjecture, deduction, argument, and logical conclusions. Each class is different, but here are 3 top challenges that come up with online discussions. First, should you require or not require discussion posts? How will you assess the discussions? And how will you keep the conversation going? Some instructors require a mandatory number of posts. While this sets up clear expectations and provides motivation for students to participate, it can lead to artificial conversations. No discussion requirements can lead to an empty discussion forum. Experiment with both approaches to see what works best for you. You may find that your students will wait until the last minute to post their responses, which can tend to stifle any interaction. So consider setting up specific due dates for the discussions to begin and end. For example, if you want a weekly discussion to end on Friday at 10 p.m., have students respond to this discussion prompt by Wednesday at 10 p.m. That will give students 2 days to read each other's ideas and engage in the conversation. Discussion assessment can be a daunting task, especially if you have a large class. The good news is that there are a couple of techniques that you can use to make assessment easier. An assessment rubric can help. It gives students a clear understanding of what you value in their participation, such as supporting statements with evidence, or making rational connections between themes and evidence, which will positively impact their participation. A rubric also allows you to quickly scan students' work for these features. This can speed up your weekly discussion evaluation to about an hour. Or you could try a reflective assessment approach. Have your students write a short reflective piece in which they look back at how much they participated and what specific contributions they made to the discussion, and how the class conversation progressed, and the conclusions that the class came to. So not only do the students learn from this reflection, but you can assess this reflective piece rather than having to grade each student's posts individually. Open-ended questions get the conversation started and keep it going. Ask your students to compare or contrast different materials, or how a piece of media relates to their experiences. You can ask them to show how an author supported their thesis, or share how a current news item applies to a topic. Respond strategically to discussion posts by asking further open-ended questions. For example, you might ask students to look at a problem from different perspectives. You might provide additional information to a scenario and ask them to reconsider their conclusions. Try to avoid capping the conversation by stepping in with the right answers or conclusion. Giving the answer implies that no further conversation is needed, and this will put students in the difficult position of challenging your expert knowledge, and they generally will not do it.